Hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast, episode 41 for Tuesday, the 27th of October, 2020. I'm your host, Mark Webb, Gamertag, PSMD, Steam ID, Webby, 360G, and joining me today is...
Hello, our 14 Patreon subscribers, Cinema Dan.
This is the Under the Counter episode. It's number one Stuntmaster.
How are we doing?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good.
I'm on the Starship Enterprise, podcasting live from space. I hope everyone is okay back on Earth.
Yes, fine, man.
Okay, we are gaming. I've been gaming shitload. It's been great.
So Leon's come back then.
Yeah.
I'm still gaming loads though, which is fine. Yeah, it's got to that point now where it's just like, yeah, you game. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I don't want to spend any time with you, you loser. That's what she says to me.
Yeah, well, that sounds exactly like Leon. I think she's got that nailed.
I've got this new software which blocks out most of the background noise. Hopefully you won't hear her shouting at me, which will,
Yeah, I could hear Leon there.
Yeah, I could hear that.
We could be more professional, hopefully. Yeah. Anyway, it's been a good week for gaming for me, so I'm going to go last for once.
Oh, joy. Shall we do some news first? Do something news first?
There is news, actually.
There is news. I did read the show notes you sent through earlier.
Oh, well done.
I forgot more already. Yeah, I know.
Okay, big news. Well, I think's big news anyway. Phil Spencer, our lowly god of Xbox, we bow to you. He says that the Xbox platform is planning on selling TV streaming sticks, so you can play xCloud just with a stick hooked up to a controller. So there's no need for a console, which I think is a really good idea.
It's a good idea, but do you not think that's the worst time ever to come out with this information when you've got an Xbox Series S coming out, which is an all-digital version?
Not really, because they haven't given any dates. And I think it's a really cool idea for the casuals out there that that aren't really bothered about a little bit of lag or whatever.
I think they're just trying to get people playing as many Xbox games as possible.
Yeah, they're desperate, aren't they? I've got that impression that they're desperate to get so many people into the ecosystem of Xbox. That they're trying everything possible with buying Bethesda, doing this, doing that. The trouble is sometimes you can look a bit too desperate, and that's what I worry. Sorry, that's just my impression. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a cool idea, to be honest. They're trying to get gamers in from all walks of life, right? But I've been playing quite a bit of xCloud this week, just on my phone. I've got one of those controller clips and put my phone on my controller. And it depends on the game. So if you're playing a fast-paced game, so I've been playing the Forzas like Horizon and 7, and I do notice a little bit of input lag. And because it's streaming, sometimes it goes really pixely, and you can't even see where the fuck you're going. So on those on those sort of games, it doesn't work so good. But then I played some Streets of Rage, and it was seamless. Like, I didn't even notice any input lag at all. So those kind of slower paced games, I think, work quite well, to be honest. But you have to make sure as well, because I played it in a few rooms in the house. So in my front room, it was connected to, obviously, it's all wireless, but obviously the closer you are, your connection is obviously a lot better. But it was on the 5 gigahertz network because I was closer, and it worked quite well. But then when I was upstairs, because it's further away, it was connected to the Wi-Fi via the 2.4 gigahertz network, which is a bit slower, and I had more issues on that. I think when 5G comes out, though, I think more people will probably be streaming some gameplay. But I think it's cool, but I wouldn't want it as my only way of gaming, to be honest. I don't think it's at that point where you could enjoy gaming to its full potential just like that, which is why, streaming services like Stadia, I don't think will take off, to be honest.
Go on, Dan.
No, it's almost like building the pathway to the future, I guess.
Yeah.
So at some point, if we survive the apocalypse and COVID, and things improve, we're going to have a scenario where at some point, if broadbands will be, high tech enough in a lot of countries, so we'll get to a point where, cloud gaming will be functional. But at some point, you've got to start somewhere, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And how about a nice little pet project when you've got the money to show it off and develop it?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's some cool news, I think, anyway. So next piece of news. EA is getting hit hard, guys, in Canada.
What have they done in Canada?
So there's a class action lawsuit being filed against EA in Canada over the use of loot boxes in its games. The lawsuit describes loot boxes as a game of chance inside a video game, which the defendants claim constitutes a form of unlawful gambling. Because I think Canada is very...
isn't it? It never goes away, this.
Yeah, I think Canada's got very, very strict gambling laws, so I don't know, EA could be hit quite bad with this.
Fine. All they do is play ice hockey over there.
Yeah,
so
true.
You just won't get any ice hockey games for a while. I think that's pretty much true as well, isn't it? It's happened in a lot of countries, I suppose. Was it Belgium was one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It's an odd one, isn't it? You could. I don't do it. I don't gamble at all, to be honest with you. I mean, I get confused even by betting shop odds. If I'm being honest, but I guess this is the thing. It's how do you tart this up if you're EA? Obviously, it's a massive part of their income stream, and the argument's sake, I suppose, is that you can get these loot boxes by progression at the same time, and a lot of the time you can. And in fact, you can play Ultimate Team on FIFA without spending a penny. It's a case of whether or not these are classed as, I suppose, time. What are they called? Time speeder uppers, if you know what I mean. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just spitballing here, if you know what I mean. I'm not trying to play. I'm just playing devil's advocate in the whole situation. I think it's insipid, personally. Fuck them. Yeah. You look at all these mugs
that buy all these Ultimate Team packs on FIFA. There's people that spend thousands on that because they just can't control themselves.
I worked with someone who paid about £700-800 on one season of FIFA.
That's insane.
I know, it's nuts. It's insane. And then, obviously, the new FIFA comes out. It's all fucking worthless.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just...
You say that, but if they play one game a year and that's their £700, then it's up to them, isn't it, really? But I can... the issue I have is when it pushes it on the kids. That's the worry. Because it doesn't matter if a grown adult does it, because it's up to them. It's just the same with gambling, isn't it? If they want to gamble, they gamble, isn't it? But if you've got the kids into this now when they're young, it can be the start of gambling, which is a bad path to go down.
Devil's advocate on this, okay? Panini sticker albums.
Yeah, they were just as bad. I used to do them.
They're loot boxes, aren't they?
Yeah, of course they are.
In the 80s, yeah?
Yeah. You used to buy a packet and you always used to get the same bloody cards. I mean, the only godsend you had is you used to go to school and you used to do the got it, need, with someone at school.
Oh, yeah, you could do that, couldn't you? Rather than go to eBay and do it to some dodgy bloke and, over the internet. And
even then, when you had to get down to like 50, I think it was 50 was your limit, and then you could order them to finish your book off.
Yeah.
But it was a form of gambling, that was.
I remember there was one sticker in the ET sticker book, which I could never get, and I never got it. And I spent a fortune on that fucking sticker album, and there was one sticker I could never get. It's a sad tale of my youth.
Yeah, I remember my dad moaning a lot about my Panini thing, saying, "Oh, it's what you'll do. It's just a waste of money." And to be honest, it was realistically. I mean, I think when you work it out how much it costs to actually do a book, I think it was about £200 overall. Couldn't it be more back then? That was a lot of money.
Well, even so, when you ended up finishing the book or getting close to, it was so battered and bruised. It was a piece of shit anyway.
Yeah.
So it was you're getting this commodity to take the peel the back off, to stick it in a book that you'll drag around and wipe your arse on and never fucking wipe down after you've had your dinner. And then all of a sudden at the end of it, you chuck it in the corner, completed, finished it, done. And there was no enjoyment left, apart from some crack cocaine-esque gambling habits. It's insipid, isn't it? It's how do you... no, stop it. Don't do it, kids. Say no.
Zamo. Just say no.
All right, next story then.
Yeah.
Okay, this is one that the console people don't really give a shit about, but there was rumours that the 3000 series of graphics cards, the 3080 and the 3070, were having high spec versions release in December. The 3080 20 gig was rumoured, and the 3070 16 gig was rumoured. It's now been confirmed that these cards have been cancelled, / they probably never existed.
So I've lost you here. Where do these cards sit within the whole kind of scope of you ordering one?
I'm still trying to find one, mate. It was the 3080 that I'm trying to get hold of, but there was rumours that obviously there was going to be a higher spec version, but that's being poo-pooed now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to mention. And the last bit of news I have is, do you remember when the Series X was announced? Well, you know what it looked like.
Yeah.
And there was loads of memes online that people saying it looked like a fridge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Microsoft took that to heart and sent out Xbox Series X shaped fridges to a lot of high profile celebrities. One of them was Snoop Dogg. and he got a fridge, and it was full of like alcohol and a cake and an actual Xbox, etc.
I did see this, and I was looking through his fridge, and it's filled with gin and juice, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and bottles of water and a cake, and I just think, Jesus Christ, Snoop Dogg, you eat a load of shit, mate.
Yeah.
They've done that on PlayStation as well, haven't they, just this week? And it seemed to be celebrities sort of coming out now with these, both having consoles, just to, publicise the consoles. I can't remember who it was on PlayStation. So, but there has been...
Yeah, the PlayStation 5 consoles have been put out to all the reviewers now, haven't they? Just been all over the social medias.
I know there was someone moaning because that was a guy in the UK, because he got just sent a box. Nothing in it, just a box.
I wonder if other podcasters managed to get one, because I didn't get one.
No, I'm not
famous enough.
I've never had anything free from this podcast. I've had one, and that was a digital copy of what was it, Insect Armageddon.
How long ago was that?
That was on the Vita. That's how long ago that was. That's the only free thing I've ever got from this podcast. Doing it for the love.
Shame, nothing.
Yeah.
Come on, send me something, please.
You get my cuddles.
No, you got COVID, mate.
Oh, COVID cuddles. You don't want those, do you?
Nah. Who keeps over this picture? Who keeps has he got an Xbox One Series X in his fridge?
Yes, he did. Yeah, they put one in the fridge. Yeah.
No, Snoop. What are you doing? You've been smoking too much, for fuck's sake. Stop it.
Are you surprised?
He sort of lost it these days. He does that shitty advert, doesn't he, on the telly?
He needs the money, man.
Yeah, I know. I've noticed that some of them they do these crappy adverts on normal TV, and it's like.
Well, I suppose if touring's all gone. So,
I think he just must have spent all his money on weed.
Weed and bitches.
Yeah.
Maybe indeed.
Indeed, cool. Do. Although that's all the news that I found from this week. I don't know if I missed anything.
I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to the news. It's just everyone's getting really excited for the new consoles coming out.
It's not long now, is it? Less than a month now.
Indeed.
Still can't find them. Not had any other. There's not been any more come on, as in like the second wave of pre-orders.
I don't think there will be, mate.
I don't think there will either.
That's it.
It's always the same with when new consoles come out. Anyway, it's there's the people that get the pre-orders in, and then it's like a bum rush when it comes out to go to the supermarkets or whatever.
A bum rush to the supermarket, eh?
Yeah, a bum rush to the supermarket, and then they probably get about 5 consoles in per supermarket.
Yeah.
And then they don't have any more stock until January, February time.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is what I'm trying to do with this 3080 I'm still trying to get hold of. Because I cancelled my pre-order, and now I'm just keeping an eye on... Well, I've subscribed to this Discord channel that notifies me whenever there's stock, and the NVIDIA card, the Founders Edition, is the cheapest version. It's actually the the normal price, whereas all the aftermarket cards are 100 or 200 plus more. So I'm holding out for the Founders card, and Nvidia aren't actually selling it anymore. They've pushed it to Scan, which is the UK's biggest PC part website. So I'm just keeping an eye on that at the moment. So we'll see. But it's been, over a month now, and there's been fuck all. The website that I actually ordered my card from, they put an announcement out the other day. Since launch day, in total, they have only received, they've received less than 500 cards. I know. That's insane, isn't it?
Well, with any luck, by the time you do get one of these cards, there'll be a new card out anyway.
Probably. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I think you'll be fine, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Probably January, February. I'll have to wait till, but there we go.
That's a shame, innit? Oh, well, just appreciate what you've got.
Oh, I can't do that,
Become like us peasants, console peasants.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. If you wish to listen to the rest of this podcast episode, then visit patreon.com/360gamercast. There we have a variety of options for you to support the show from as little as £5 a month. That £5 a month gives you an extra 2 episodes a month. That means you get a podcast episode every single week, unlike everyone else who gets a podcast episode once every 2 weeks. I hope you can support the show to help us pay for the hosting and the website and some cool stuff that is coming in the future. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to 360 Gamercast. And remember, next time the boss isn't around, join us in the forums at 360gamercast.com.